disgusting!
What's up YouTube, this is David at Dice Airsoft, and today I'm going over my custom Magpul PTS RM4 ERG. Going to show you guys what I've done to this rifle, as well as shoot it and show you how this gun recoils. I haven't done anything to this gun internally, it's still completely stock. Starting from the rear and working my way to the front, we have the PTS EPS stock. This thing is extremely comfortable and adaptable. I can fit up to 4 11.1 volt LiPo batteries in this stock and still have plenty of room for my wires. Moving forward, we have a Magpul MOE pistol grip. This actually comes with the rifle. I did not add this to it. Sitting along my top rail, I have a real set of Knights Armament flip sights, front and rear, as well as a Bushnell TRS 25 red dot sight. Moving forward, we have a Daewoo Defense Mark 18 RIS-2 rail. Much as I'm not a fan of rails that just have built-in rail segments, I'm more the guy that likes the Keymod and M-LOK stuff nowadays. I definitely see why so many people turn to this rail when they're doing their impression kits. Definitely liking the way how this looks. And it also fits very solidly and has very secure mounting hardware. And up front I've got a Samba AAC flash hider to which I can attach my PTS AAC suppressor if I want to. Now normally the RM4 ERG is front wired. I unfortunately in this case have a Daewoo Defense rail, so it didn't leave me much choice in order to actually attach a battery or some kind of battery box to it unless I wanted to run a battery box up top, which I think looks ugly. So the fix that I've done is taking the longer PTS EPF, or the Enhanced Polymer Foregrip long. You can actually fit a standard buffer tube 11.1 volt LiPo battery inside of here and just route your wires out the back and use small clips in order to keep your wires in place, as I have done. Sure, yeah, it keeps a battery in here, but if I keep my charge cable sticking out, then I can just recharge it if I need to. And if I need to change batteries, sure, yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but it makes it so I have a foregrip here and nothing big and bulky up on top of my rail. As I mentioned previously, this is an ERG-M4, or electric recoil. Magazine in, set to semi-auto, you can actually see it recoil as I fire it. Switch it to full auto. I'm not shouldering it at all. And now, it is out. The nice thing too is that it has an electronic cutoff feature. Once the magazine is completely empty of rounds, it will not allow the gun to fire at all. Right now it's on full auto, it's on semi-auto, and back on safe. Even if I insert a fresh magazine into the rifle and set to semi-auto, it still won't fire until I press the bolt release. This will actually reactivate the system and allow it to fire once again. This is how much recoil this rifle will have when I'm shouldering it. And then full auto. And now this magazine is also empty. Some of you may also be wondering, but dude, don't I have to buy specific magazines for that gun? You have to buy specific magazines for this gun if you want to have the cutoff feature. The nice thing about the RM4 ERG is that you can still use standard AAG magazines, such as this PTS EPM magazine. The only downside is that you lose the cutoff feature. Seeing as I just inserted a fresh magazine, it still is cut off until I press the bolt release. Now I can fire to my heart's content. See, even though the magazine is completely empty, it still fires, but you still get that recoil. I hope you guys like this short little armory video for my PTS RM4 ERG. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to check out some of the accessories that are on this rifle, or would like to purchase some of them for yourself, head to the link down in the description below to PTS Syndicate's web store. I'm David, this has been Dice Airsoft, and I'll see you guys next time.